This is a short video tutorial to explain some of the frequently asked questions regarding the Monday through Friday tabs on your spreadsheet. So, if you remember from the original tutorial, the Monday through Friday tabs here on the bottom are meant to be a template for the students that you would typically see on those days of the week. I'd like to start off by saying speech therapists see students twice a week. So if you need to change the names of the tabs on the bottom, all you do is right-click on the tab and you are able to change many of the functions to customize according to your needs. For example, you can rename, and if you'd like to call this Monday/Wednesday, you can do that if those are students that are seen twice a week. And if you do that, you could come up to the top here where it says Monday, and you can pick a different box and you can type in Wednesday. And if you'd like to make that larger to match the Monday here, of course, you could do the font size. And if you want to make it underlined like that one, you just click it and Control U will underline the text as so. So it could be the Monday, Wednesday tab if you see the kids twice a week. I'm going to delete that for the time being, and I'm going to change this back to Monday only. Other things that you can do by right-clicking on this tab is if you'd like to hide a sheet, if you'd like to change the color, as you know there's colors on the bottom. If you'd like to delete a sheet, let's say you are part-time only and you do not work on Mondays, you could delete this sheet completely. If you'd like to add a sheet to the bottom of this group, let's say you work on Saturdays, you would just click the plus button over here to the left and you can add a sheet, and then of course you could rename it to whatever you choose. These lines right here will show you all sheets in a list format, otherwise they are across the bottom as well. Okay, so now I just want to show you a couple things that may happen to your spreadsheet. As you can see, this is the template, so all we have is a few things typed in here. We don't have the provider notes specific to one session. This is just the template that will include the student's name, the time that you typically see them, the minutes that you typically see them, as well as their goals and the frequency that they need to be seen according to their IEP. Some of these boxes here, as you can tell, are already color-coded, and if that bothers you, you can always use the template that I have set up here on the top row. And if you click the little box right there underneath goal and you see the blue box in the corner, you're able to drag that down to the cells underneath it. And as you can see, they will turn white. And then once you enter the goal number, they will color code accordingly. See how this one's already populated green? When I type in the number 3, it'll still work the same. This one's already yellow, but if I type in the number 4 for goal 4, it will still color code correctly. But if you just don't like the look that it's already a color, you can always use the function to drag and drop to reset the formula in that cell back to the template. Okay, so for our percentage of accuracy column here, let's say we're going to type in 100% accuracy. Well, typically when you type that, you'll notice that the percentage sign will automatically come up. But when I go to type in 100% here, for some reason the percentage sign does not populate. And let's say this student earned an 80% accuracy, and when I click enter, see how these two did not format correctly? The percentage sign did not come automatically, and this one has a decimal. So in order to reformat the original format that I created, all you do is go to your first row here with the template, which is why I said do not delete this row. All you do is click that box, grab the blue box in the corner, drag down, and it will reset those formulas. Now when you click this box and enter a percentage and click enter, it'll automatically populate that percentage sign as it was supposed to. You can also do the equal sign and enter a fraction. Click enter, and it will calculate that percentage for you. So if you ever have an error and you cannot figure out why it is not working correctly, always grab that first box in your template and drag it down, and it will reset the formulas within that column. Okay, so when you go to the date, if you set the date such as 1/2 and you click enter, it'll automatically populate the year. So So that makes it a little easier on you. You don't have to enter the year every single time. And the month will automatically update. So let's say we add the date here for this student. Now we cannot drag the corner of this box down for the date. And if we do, you will notice that the date will go in sequential order. This one says January 2nd and this one says January 3rd. The date will always do that. You cannot drag and drop the bottom of this corner. What you can do is click the cell and do Control-C to copy. Then you can drag the next box and pull it down to select multiple boxes. Let the cursor go and Control-V. That's a quick way to paste the same date in all of those cells. Now, you'll notice that this one automatically populates the month based on what you type in the date one. But this one did not type in the month. So if you click on this box, you will notice at the top here it will show the formula. And there is a formula in these boxes because you can see it on the top here. But if you click in this empty box, you'll notice there's no formula there. So how do we fix that? Well, of course, we go to our template row here, grab the blue corner, drag it down, and it will automatically update and add that formula into that cell. Okay, so now we are ready to copy this information. We're going to put it into our main page called Documentation, which is where all of the information then will be calculated into our attendance. So to copy this information, you come over here to the left and you select the rows that you would like to paste. So say we want to start with cell number 4. Click this over here on the left and drag your cursor down to select multiple rows. And let your cursor go. It'll be selected in blue. And you do Control-C to copy. You'll notice it becomes a dotted line as soon as it is selected. Come back over to Documentation. Once you scroll down to the bottom, you will click the cell on the left, whatever row you are on, select it in blue, and Control-V to paste that information. Now you come over to the provider notes and you enter the notes for the student. You can enter the type of queuing provided, the activity completed, whatever notes that you would like to add in this cell. You enter the goal number that was targeted and the percentage of accuracy. Click Enter. And as you notice over here, this is the calculation bar. It is still thinking and it is still calculating those formulas. So if it takes a second to color code and for that to populate, it is because it is still working over here. So notice that when it is complete, your answers will pop up. So it may take a second for it to populate. So that is how you copy and paste information from your Monday through Friday tabs into the Daily Documentation tab. Now this is extremely important to remember that only the information noted on this front page here, labeled Documentation, will be used to calculate into your attendance. Okay, and also with that being said, you will notice the first two columns here state the month and the date. Remember, only use the month column for direct services, and you may use the date column for all services, including both direct and indirect. If you are documenting on communication with a teacher regarding a student, you will want to delete the number in this first column because this is only for direct services and you do not want that to be counted toward their attendance. So you will select this box and click Delete. Come over here to the service type and you can click the drop down arrow to select from other choices, or you can just start typing and some options will pop up such as consultation, and then you can type your notes about what was spoken regarding this student. But remember, that is an indirect service. It is not a direct service, and if you do not want that to be counted towards your attendance, you must delete the number noted in this first row. Okay, so consultation or communication regarding the student, delete the number in this first row. If you'd like that number to come back, you can of course drag the cursor down and it will put that number back into place by copying and pasting that formula. As you see, the formula is there on the top. It is there for both cells. If you delete it, it will no longer be in the top cell, depending on what the cell looks like.